just like I said, just like I've been saying for a long time, anyone wants to get an AK, you better get it now. You better get it now. You heard what was said last night from both candidates. They want to reissue the assault weapon ban, which is going to do absolutely nothing. You know, it's scary when two powerful men like that don't have much common sense. I never get political in my videos, ever, because I just don't like arguing with people. I don't talk about anything political, religion, race, unless I'm making fun of myself. But yeah, they both said it. They want to reissue the assault weapons ban. I think that's bullshit. I think once something's, decided, that's it. I don't know what that's going to do, because gangs and other bad people are all going to have AKs. What about them? So you're going to take all the AKs off the good people? Wow, scary, scary, and it's just scary that nobody has any common sense. And you seen this stupid liberal stand up. What about the AK-47s? What a stupid idiot! Jesus Christ, this gun is no more lethal than a 1911. It's no more lethal than a Glock. Okay, you got a 30-round magazine. I would get a Glock with a 30-round magazine. So stupid, man. I can't believe how dumb humans are. I can't believe it. If they had a point, I'd say, yeah, well, I could see that, Believe me, I'm honest. If they had a point, I don't even see any remotely any help that'll do. Banning AKs. Now, guys, if they're going to ban AKs, they're going to ban ARs. Same kind of gun. Believe me, trust me. So I'm just telling you. It looks like it's going to happen no matter what, like I said, because they both said they wanted to do it. So I don't know if the NRA can do anything about that. I hope they do something about it. But like I said, it has to pass too, so that's not the easiest thing in the world. But like I say, if you're in the market for an AK, you need to get one now, just in case. As far as I'm going, I got 2 AKs, and that looks like that's all I'm going to have. So this video, I wanted to keep this Bulgarian original because it's a collectible model. But now that I'm limited to the Polytech in the Bulgarian, it doesn't look like I'm going to get another AK. And now it looks like I ain't going to have time to get another AK, depending on how fast they do this bullshit. But I know it takes long and all. But what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to make a slight change to it, because I do want one tactical AK. So I'm going to have to do something. So what we're going to do is, and this is pretty cool, because if you look at this thing, I don't know if you can see it from where the camera is. It has these vertical lines in it right here. And I got this, this is the top handguard. And I have to say, Arsenal's top handguard, no offense, it's pretty cheap. Not that it has to be heavy duty, because it really doesn't get, I don't know, too hot up here, because the barrel's down here, but it's really thin. And I picked this one up from ATI. Now ATI, I have a kit from ATI, but it looks like all I'm going to use from the kit, because this is a milled receiver, is this top handguard. Now all I'm going to change, but it's all I want to change anyway. I want to leave the thing original, but I want an AK with some kind of optic. I already have your plain Jane classic looking wood AK. I already have one of them. Okay, I already have one of them. Okay, the black one I want for blacking out, which it is already. I got the MS3 sling. That was one little step. It looks so much better than that green thing. And the only thing I want to change is, I'm just going to change this handguard, and I want to get an optic for it. Now I was talking to E-Bomey, who is Eric, and I gotta tell you something about him anyway. You're gonna like this. He told me a good middle of the road optic is a Vortex. And I went on jabtac.com. They didn't have Vortexes, but they had this other one. It was called a Boris. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And it's like $200. I'm not spending $500 on an aim point. Just not doing it. It's just not in the budget right now. And you know, I have the EOTech on my AR. So if I got to go to the middle of the road with an optic, I might go with that one, or I might look at a Vortex. But to me, look is important too. I want something very low profile. I don't want big scope rings on it. I don't want it sitting up here. I want it low as it can be, as closest to the handguard as it can be. I want it nice and low, and it'll look nice. Now this is a really nice top handguard from ATI. It's polymer, it's thicker, it's stronger. It has reinforced ribs in here so you can't squeeze it, and it has a beautiful 4-inch Picatinny rail on top. So if I get an optic for this, I have to make sure, well, if it doesn't come with rings, I don't have to worry about it. If it has its own clamp, it doesn't matter how big this is really. But if it comes with rings, I have to make sure it ain't too long so it'll fit on there. So I don't know, I gotta shop around. But I would like to get one and put it on this. But today what we're going to do is we're going to take this top handguard off, which a lot of people have a hard time doing because these suckers are in there. I've seen some guys do videos, they get their hand and they take it right off. That's amazing. That means to me that your handguard was too loose. And if you could just take it off with your hand easily, your handguard was too loose. It must have been taken in and out, in and out, in and out, or changed a lot of times for it to get that loose, because these suckers are in there. And I'm going to show you how to take it out. Pretty easy. A lot of people have a hard time taking these out. I did too when I first got into AKs. I had a hard time, could not get that sucker out of there. And it even says on the instructions, just get your hand and twist. Yeah, sure. They're not all like that, okay? What I do like about Arsenal is all their furniture is very, very secure on their rifles. It's not wiggly jiggly, you know what I'm saying? So what we're going to do is I am going to put this on, and then we're going to get an optic for this. And it's going to happen pretty soon, we'll see. I've sent some emails out and for some prices, and we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. I'm going to get set up. First thing you need is a vise, which makes it very, very easy. You need a big crescent wrench, roll of electrical tape, and let me get set up. Okay, first thing I want to do, let me get this camera in the right position, is disassemble this. It's pretty simple. This is what I love about these rifles, that they're going to try to ban, because, you know, they're just going to try to ban them. This is so ridiculous. This is the stupidest thing I ever heard. Okay. Bulgarian 30 round mag, circle 10. Chamber is empty. Man, what is all that oil in there? I must have over lubricated it. Whatever. Okay. Pretty simple. Take the dust cover off. These Arsenals are fitted nice, so everything's pretty easy to get off. Unless you have hands like me. Okay. See how nice that came off? Take the charging handle, recoil spring out. Guide rod. Charging handle. Got your bolt under there, you don't need to really take that out. Okay, and now what I need to do is take the gas tube off. The upper handguard is wrapped around the gas tube. This is the gas tube. The piston rides in here. And this is where the gas feeds through here, blows the charging handle back and forth so it can operate. You got a lever here. I'm going to flip this up till it's, you'll look in there until it's flush, and this should lift right out. Okay, now what I will do with this is save this, because anytime you buy something kind of special, you always want to keep the original parts, put them in a bag and mark the bag and put it away. Okay, now a lot of people say on YouTube, you just do this, it comes right out. Yeah, okay, if you're the Incredible fucking Hulk, maybe. Okay? Another thing, US made part, replacing it with a US made part. important because this is a Bulgarian rifle. Okay, so what I do next is I'm going to put this in the vise. Now what I do is I put the vise on the furniture. I don't put the vise on here or on here, just on the furniture. Then what I do is, since this has a nice square shape, I'll wrap electrical tape around here. I wonder if this comes off. I'll get this out of my way. Yeah, it does. See that pressure ring? That's what keeps everything tight. That's what's cool. Arsenal does cool. So make sure I know how to put that back on before I take it on and off. Ah, what a fucking asshole. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Alright. See what I did? Made stuff hard on myself again. It snaps right on. Okay, now I know I can take it on, take it off, take it on, take it off, and I know which way it goes. I'm going to put that right like that. And now what I'll do is rack some electrical tape around there. You guessing why? You getting this? Of course. I don't want to mar up my $1,000 rifle with a wrench. So I'll just take an extra minute. Just an extra minute to protect it. Because sometimes it's hard to get these off and you might have to put a little pressure on them. Sometimes they're not. It all depends how the gun's fitted. Every gun's made different. So just to be sure, I'm going to put this tape around here. Like that. Okay. Now I'm going to put it in the vise. This is my 4-inch vise that I got from Harbor Freight. Now this is something you can get at Harbor Freight. You ain't gonna have any problems with it. It's just a friggin' vise. And I used to have duct tape and cushions wrapped around here, but since I lost a little weight, I had a belt that was like a mile long. Actually, Mr. 45 Bow would probably fit him perfect. Actually, no, it might need to be spliced and made longer. But I would never throw out leather. Never. So I got my belt. I got some Gorilla Crazy Glue. And I cut the strip, look at that, like it was meant for it. I cut a strip of the belt off, crazy glued it on there. And these are magnets with cushions on them, but the problem is these cushions ain't enough cushion. You'll still crush things with it. So I put a nice thick leather belt on there, piece of leather, and that ain't coming off, that's on there. I put crazy glue on there, I put it together, and then I put it on this side too, and cranked the vise, squeezed them together, and left them overnight. That sucker ain't coming off, so I know everything's nice and protected. Little trick, don't throw your belts out if you work on guns, because you'll use them. Okay, let's see here. Isn't it depressing? You have to constantly worry about your hobby being threatened by these douchebags. Oh God, it makes me sick. Okay, now if I remember this right, I think that I have to put it in there upside down and then twist it out. I think that's right. You put it in upside down. Actually, this is a 4-inch vise. Actually, I'd be better off with a 3-inch vise because it's you don't want the vise to touch these end rings here. These steel moldings. You want to get in between that, man. It just fits. So, because you don't want to crush them. Jesus, you really screw things up. So you put it in there just enough where it squeezes it, and now I'll put my wrench on there and twist it out. Sometimes the whole thing will come out, you have to readjust, put it back in. Sometimes it just comes right out for you. So let's do this. Sorry about the AK build. I know you guys were counting on a full AK build, but it's just not going to happen. I just don't have the funds. And now with this bullshit, with this ban and all. Okay, here it comes. You watching what I'm doing? Put your thumb on here to keep it down. And just slowly, don't rush things. Do things easy, nice and easy. Like Sinatra's song. Nice and easy does it every time, and he's right. Alright. Now I got it to that point, I might be able to turn it. There's no more friction. Now watch, it just lifts right on out of there. Oh yeah, isn't it nice? Okay. Now, here's the Arsenal top handguard. And it does have 2 ribs. This has 4 ribs. This has 2 ribs. It's not super cheap, but it's, I don't know, for that much money, I mean, it's not that bad, but it's like borderline cheap, okay? Okay, now, what I'm going to do is, put this in here. Now you got to figure out which way it goes, because there's a wide side and there's a smaller side. See how this opening is small and this opening is wide? Now you look at this. This one's a little bigger than this one, so that means you have to line them up. Okay. Take any kind of burrs off here that'll stop you. Now what you could do, just a little bit now, because you don't want to put too much, is oil. Put a little oil on this to help the friction, help it slide in easier. But I want it to be nice and tight. I don't want it to slide in too easy. I want it to be in there tight as hell. Okay? That oil might not even help. Okay, let's see what we got here. Wide side to the wide side. Alright. Push it down square together. It's a cold day, so arthritis is on an all-time high. It sucks. Now what I'm going to try to do is just twist it in there. It tape's coming off of there. I need to get a mallet. You need to get that in there. So what I need to do before I hammer it in like an ass wipe is make sure I got the right sides on the right sides. It looks right to me. I need to get this, sorry, I'm always out of frame. I need to get this down. So I'm just going to tap, little tap, tapped and down. Can't hurt it, we're using a mallet. That's tapped down pretty good. Okay, now let's put it in the vise and hopefully it'll spin in there for us. Okay. Same thing, we're just reversing the procedure, right? So to get it on, we need to go this way, looks like. I'll start it slow. Okay, this is what you'll run into. See, it's trying to come out here, so give it a little tap. That's how tight it fits. But you want it tight like that. I want it real tight. This thing's gonna be hitting a lot of recoil and shit. Alright. Okay, let's see if it'll spin more for us. Sorry, my hand's in the way, but it's working. Although the tape's coming off. Let me put more tape on there. It's because the gun's over oiled and there's grease all over everything. I will take the time to put the tape on it again. You don't want to mess this thing up. You want that thing looking like it wasn't even touched. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Let's put this on here again. Now some of them go on real fast and real easy, but okay. Let's see, now we're gonna mess with it, make sure things are square and level. But that fits nice and tight, looks really, really good, don't it? Actually, this fits way nicer than this. This was jingling. This is tight. This ain't moving. So what I'll do now is check my clearance. Put this bad boy together. First thing we're going to do is put on the new gas tube. Well, not the new gas tube. The gas tube with the new top foregrip on, the new top hand foregrip, the top handguard on there. Once again, I'm going to give it one more look, make sure it's centered. It looks good. Another way you can center it is, you see this bump? See that bump? Center that bump with the center of that Picatinny valley right there. That should line right up with it because that's the top of the center. When you put an optic on there, you want it to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So, first we're going to make sure this is nice and level in there, and it is. Put the first... Oh, we almost forgot to put the ring back in. Doy. See that? I'm not paying attention. Okay, we need that. Gives you an extra stiffness. Makes it feel like solid. Solid. Okay. Okay, the ring's back on. See it? And some AKs don't have that ring. They all should have it, I think. And this should just drop right in there. Let's see. I gotta get the ring on. Ring's in the way. Here we go. Whew, come on, dude. What the hell's wrong with you today? Okay. Okay, now you see how that goes on. Now what I'll do is press this down, because actually there's a notch in here that this tongues into. Nothing like tonguing a notch. Now I'll look at it again before I put it on. Look at my lines. Everything looks nice and straight. And I'll crank her down. See, it's starting to break in now. I can do this by hand. I used to have to use a hammer to nail it to put that back down. But it looks good, don't it? I want to give you a nice up close when I'm done. That looks sweet. Okay. When you put this in, make sure your bolt is forward like that. And just do this bad boy. These are such fun rifles to work on. So easy to work on. Recoil spring and rod. Having a hard time today, guys. It's brutal. People ask me if Herbalife is helping my arthritis and my anxiety attacks. I'm not lying to you. Yes, it has. Absolutely. Okay. I haven't had an anxiety attack. I think it cut it down by at least 80%. I used to get them all the time. I would have, anxiety attacks like at least a couple of times a week. Now I might have 1 or 2 a month, maybe. If you never had anxiety, you don't want it. Trust me, it's a horrible feeling. Okay, let's get this out of here. Let's get the mag in here, so give it the full effect look. Alright, a little too much light now, buddy. Upsy daisy. Okay. There you go. Oh, that looks good, man. That looks good. Now, remember when I told you the lines, and look at the Arsenal's lines with the ATI lines? Man, it looks like a set. It looks like they go together, don't it? Very, very nice. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start shopping around for an optic, and hopefully I can find one. Funds are a little tight right now, but maybe I can get a decent price on one, and then we'll throw it on there. And wherever I get it, I'll tell you where I got it from, what company I got it from, and all that shit, and give you the link if I get a good price, and let you guys in on it too. If I ever get a good deal, I'd like you guys to know about it. Alright, give you a full picture here. So, I know a few of you guys, didn't want me to mess with this AK at all. I wanted to keep it all original. But I don't think another AK is coming into the scene, so come on, man, check that out. Tell me that don't look friggin' sweet. Hey, how about a thumbs up for ATI furniture? As far as quality goes. What am I doing here? Oh, I forgot how to operate my camera. Look at that. Okay, there you go. Let's give you a nice look. Man, it looks like it looks just so right to me. Look at them lines. Yeah. Alright guys, hope you liked the video. So far, this is what we're doing. I ain't going to do much more to it. So we got the sling, the top handguard, and we're going to get some kind of round optic. I don't want an EOTech, nothing square. I wanted something round to go with the look of the gun, and of course, to function good. And before I go, I gotta let you guys know about something. Eric E-Balmy is Eric is E-Balmy, if you guys know that. He is having another contest. Did you see his last contest? The guy won, I ain't even kidding you, I think it was Army Stinger 150, I think that's his name, if I have it right. The dude won like almost $4,000 in prizes. Unbelievable. Well, E-Balmy's having another contest, and they're going to do the drawing the night of the election, I think. and it's going to be a, you got to see this, it's a beautiful AR-15. It's got optics on it, so if you guys, you know, whatever you have to do to get in the contest, I would suggest you you know, get over there, especially now that they're saying about this, they're going to reinstall the assault weapons ban. Assault weapons, it's just a rifle, man. Anyway, you don't want to miss that contest. You really want to get in on that. So what I'll do is I'll put that link to that video under this video so you guys can go check it out. Alright, good luck. See ya.